Welcome to the Game Breaker Show. It's 2024. We're here again. This is our first podcast. Last year was beautiful. Last year we did amazing things. We were able to do 1v1. We shot 3 episodes last year. Then we had the 1v1 towards the end of the year in December. And we have a lot of things coming up this year. So first of all, let's just do a small recap. And we're just going to talk about the 1v1 now before we dive into the football mess that is what's happening. Jose, you're our ref at the 1v1. We saw some talented guys.
It's good to be back again.
Yeah.
Thank God for 2024. And welcome back to your most famous Abuja kitchen. We are back with new utensils and pots. Anyhow, where we like and we go cook. So, but the 1v1 experience, it was okay. I saw skill. And the way they turn some people but it was good. Thank God it was successful, and we didn't even envision the number of players that turned up. We became over.
Yeah.
So we are looking forward to more great 1v1s this year.
And talking about the 1v1, we have to mention the guy that won. His name is Ikechukwu, a talented boy. He's actually a midfielder. This guy, you will see that this guy could master the defensive side and also the attacking side.
He been there in leg. Like it was showing that at least the only part that was bad about him, that other guy that he injured.
Lawa.
Yeah.
That was the guy that came second.
Yes, if he didn't injure that guy, that game would have been very tight. Very great players. And I hope they will come for the second edition.
Yeah, of course, we're inviting them. Definitely Ikechukwu and Lawa.
They should turn up.
Yes. So if you want, by the way, in 2 weeks, that's 27th of January, we're having the 1v1. We're having the 1v1 challenge again. So if you want to win, we're having the people that won the champion playing. So you have to come better. Like, you have to be prepared. So definitely we have a new guest with us today. We have Khalifa. Khalifa, you'll definitely be there.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me, guys.
So 27th, be there, and we're going to be posting a lot. So you guys need to help us, like, subscribe, share. Just share about the 1v1 challenge.
Hamza, I did see a couple. I did watch the video, one of your 1v1 challenges, the video yesterday, and I must say, yes, there are a lot of budding talents in this city, man, and kudos to the winners. I mean, it was great. And one thing I noticed, that there was this particular guy, I don't know that guy, but the guy had this backlift because he could just take a shot from one position, like in a static position, just shoot the ball. And
the guy wearing yellow.
But left for me, but now, like when you press R2, then box, you know, that kind of they try to place the ball.
That kind of talent.
But the backlift was awesome. I mean, when I saw it, the first thing that came to my mind was R2 box. Yeah. And I mean, it's awesome. A lot of great budding talents, and kudos to the winners. And since you're going to be having the defending champions coming back, man, guys, do come out. Let's put your mouth where your money is. Thank you.
So we're in January, we're in transfer season. A lot is happening. But before we dive into transfer season, I didn't want to talk about this, but people will say, Hamza is trying to run away from Arsenal's fall down. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about the Arsenal Liverpool game also.
Good.
Jose, man.
Well, first episode, when I tell you, I say, na condemn when I buy from Chelsea, when I say na agenda. See how it's 4 1-on-1, like say keeper 9 guy, it is shame to take shots. And you call that a striker? Well, you people enjoy this purple patch.
Why not use him as a striker?
You enjoy this purple patch December. His next purple patch will come February March. Don't worry. When he don't score like 3 more games, so I go hype him.
But
then from March till May, dismay.
Don't worry. Arsenal is a team that will nurture him till we bring out the best in him.
but
that's what we're hoping for anyway.
For here. Don't worry now. We're all hearing Chelsea no sabi use them. Arteta where sabi use them. How far?
Well, Rose, you can tell when this guy came with the body language and everything. Even from our American tour, you could tell that this guy is a guy out of form and confidence, and it's coming back. Just give it a bit.
He suffered in Chelsea now. Only God knows what these people did to him.
He suffered in which Chelsea? The Chelsea that he won Champions League, Club World Cup.
How many careers have you ended?
How many UCL have you won?
Oh shit!
How many UCL have you
but
won?
you've ended more
That's
careers.
low blow, man.
But you've ended more careers.
No, we are talking
than
of
the ones
European
you've helped.
pedigree here. What European pedigree do you have? Your biggest European night, you chop 4-1.
There's no conversation that
So
you guys
which
don't
one you want to
bring
talk
this
about?
thing. It's okay.
Yes. If you are talking of Chelsea has killed careers, which careers have you revived in recent years?
Who we say?
Is one dismay from one dismay to another. You
What?
bring attacker, yes. Now you go bring.
Did you
player.
revive Aubameyang before he took his bow and left?
Revive who?
Aubameyang came and his first two
He
seasons
wasn't shooting
banging in
blanks.
goals.
Wait, he wasn't shooting blanks at Dortmund. Now you bought him when he was on form.
No, he was on form.
You bought him
put
when he
him
was
on
on form. I remember when you people gave us Giroud and took Aubameyang and thought you have arrived. You didn't know you set yourself up.
No, it just worked out, but it was a good deal at the end of the day. We won FA Cup. We had something. We're suffering that period. I know it sounds mediocre.
FA Cup.
Rosie,
People
let's go
European,
back to Chelsea for a minute.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the high-profile signings you've had.
Yes.
I would never forget Torres missing that emptiness.
Well,
I would never forget it.
And you would never forget Torres
not
knocking
talk
out
of-
Barcelona too.
I won't forget that as
So
well.
don't worry.
But
And he won Europa League.
But Rosie,
Yeah,
one
so
second.
calm down.
Let's
Don't
talk
worry.
about all the number 9s that you put the final nails in their coffin.
Leave number 9 first.
Let's talk about all the number 9s. After Drogba, which other number 9 have you had that has had a very successful stint?
To be
Diego
honest,
Costa.
Yes, that's the only player.
Diego
That's
Costa.
the only number 9
After that.
that's done well after
That's
Drogba.
all.
Until now, I'm still following them because look at Jackson. I was hyping Jackson at the
We dey
beginning
call
of the
player,
season.
you dey call Senegalese hunter. Waiting you dey talk.
Michael Jackson is
He say
here
waiting.
backsliding.
That guy, see, I swear, Ogun go kill who run that transfer, bro.
And what's with the
it's
fashion?
not making
What's with the
sense.
fashion trend at Chelsea right now?
Yeah, a lot of Travis Scott.
A lot of dreads, man.
Dada boys, no worry.
I think it's indiscipline. Clearly, it's indiscipline.
No, you won't say. You won't say
no,
it's
it is.
You have to,
It
no,
is.
you have to point. You have
You
to
know
say
how
the
many
truth.
yellow cards coach gets? You know how many yellow cards coach get? It starts from the top now.
Yes, now.
When you go employ Argentine suya man, all he knows how to do is roast meat and roast pineapple. And you think saying a coach?
Today I was hoping
I'm
to
gonna make that guy fuck off, I beg.
I was hoping to be the one that will nail your coffin, but you're doing a great job.
Okay,
so-
see, I get vexed for my body. I say
See,
Pochettino go ask for
every
stick.
Chelsea fan.
Nature go give am snake. Guy, like, there's nothing working. Plays players out of position. What the hell is Colwill doing at left back?
Meanwhile, he's asking for I'm hearing that he wants more players.
This
After
is
spending how much?
This is the same brother that
No.
played. This is the same brother that played Messi in defensive midfield when he was in PSG. He's clueless now. You play Messi as a DM.
No, you're talking about innovation.
He's not smart about
doesn't have innovation.
That's the coach trying to be innovative. And also, if you bring it back to Arsenal, let's go back and talk about Arsenal for a bit. Arteta is just trying. We're currently in a transition phase, if you ask me. He's trying to tweak things around, trying to be not so predictable, bringing Havertz
I have a lot to say, but okay.
bringing Havertz in and all of that. So coming back to your Chelsea situation, I just feel a lot of young boys, and then there are two rumors I did see in the rumor mill.
Yeah.
I don't so much care for your news, but
Yeah.
like there are two rumors. I know that one thing is certain. I might not be 100% sure, but you are going to break your transfer record. I think once
Again.
or twice more this January. And which team goes out to spend that kind of money in January?
And it won't work. But
It
sorry, let me
actually
say
has
something-
to be studied.
Let me say something concerning the whole Arsenal transition
Well,
thing that you
it's
said.
because they're
Is this-
using loopholes, Sha.
Is this the period we need transition?
No.
Because look at Liverpool. Liverpool, they were close and they noticed that they needed players that will take them to that will help them cross the line, and they did that. Now you're going to go and get Kai Havertz that is struggling. Do you understand? We're already there. We just need someone to take us to the finishing line, and you brought Kai Havertz. I'm the number one fan for trust the process.
Yeah.
But come
No,
on.
you've always. I mean, every call.
I've been
every
defending
single time.
Arteta
But
like
it's
from
not.
the get-go.
But it's not Lee Kai Havertz. People lay all this blame on.
No.
What's happening to Gabriel Jesus?
But the attackers are not in form. But if
that is the thing now. So you can't lay it on Kai Havertz alone.
We did set the benchmark for the kind of players we want to sign moving forward.
Yes.
We were supposed to build on from the Trossard transfer in
Yes.
January last year.
Yes, actually.
But then Kai Havertz, for me, I wouldn't say it's a step down, but that money could have been spent better elsewhere.
way better.
It's not like our last transfer was terrible because we got Declan Rice. Come on, see, even if we don't even win anything this season, almost okay. Big Dex.
No, we need to win something. You can't
we got
spend.
Timber.
You can't
No,
spend
we'll
100
get
million.
definitely we'll win something. Well, we already won something.
100 million.
We have community shield. We have the trade. So. But on a serious note, we got Declan Rice, we got Timber. Those are good signings. You can't even argue that one. It's just that unfortunately Timber got injured. But so far this season we have seen Declan Rice being amazing. This guy can handle that defensive midfield and the box-to-box role perfectly.
Okay, quick one. Would you say Declan Rice is more of an advanced version of N'Golo Kante? Because for me, I like the fact that he's everywhere and he anticipates tackles.
You know what? I feel like every player is who they are.
Rosie, stop laughing. I mean,
I feel like N'Golo Kante. I feel like N'Golo Kante is an amazing player. Is a one of one. Declan Rice is a different type of player. Do you understand?
Yeah. He's not even close. They are miles apart. He's not even
but
close.
but he can anticipate the pass.
Yes,
intercept.
no.
His interception.
In what? No, you can't just say miles apart. Like concerning what now? Let's say, are you talking about
defensively?
Defensively
and one-on-ones, he's way better than Rice.
One-on-ones.
This is the same N'Golo Kante that did not, even City account tweeted it. They have to find a way to get past N'Golo Kante if they want to get into business. So why are you comparing Rice that has seen only conference final with somebody that has been visible in World Cup final and UEFA Champions League final?
Rice won
you cannot
a European Cup.
No, that's the conference.
No, now you have to say the truth now.
I mentioned it now. I didn't leave it out.
You say he saw the finals. You have choice of words.
No, he was
someone
actually.
That doesn't know now that Rice did not win. He didn't get the medal.
But speaking of Rose, just a second. Let's talk durability here. Yeah. Now, and I'm also going to bring that back to Man U as well in the transfer and everything. Yeah. I did say that off air. Yeah. Now, Declan is actually going to outlive Kante. He's more durable. He's a more durable footballer.
He's younger, yes.
He's going to be more durable than the said Kante. So let's just put that aside.
He's younger. Chelsea bought Kante when he was 25, actually. So
as of he's going to outlive Kante. Trust me.
I'm not arguing that, but for now, comparing them,
yes,
it's a no-brainer. That is what I'm talking about.
No, I'm just saying.
I love Declan Rice, but I won't want to compare him to Kante.
But as of right
Kante
now, Kante is in Saudi collecting his money, so let's keep it moving.
You know, let's move on to the.
At 32, after conquering football, you can't.
So you go for payday.
Let's move on. Please, let's leave Kante alone.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Let's move on to the teams that have already started business. Like they started early, and in Spurs have started business early, like quick.
They got
yes, but you have to say the coach has changed things. This is not the same way Spurs has been running.
Yes, and for their coach, I give them props for that. Yeah. The way they took that guy. Even Chelsea was on Chelsea's lineup too.
He's a good coach. You have to
when they wanted to hire, it was him, Pochettino, what's his name? Hansi Flick. Three of them were on the list, and they blurred out Hansi Flick and Ange Postecoglou and say they are going to stick with Pochettino.
I don't know why.
If Poch came with a bit of pedigree.
Yes, because of his Tottenham days.
Yes.
And that is what gave him.
So what are we saying? Bottling in Tottenham now.
But
why they employed him is because of
final on the books.
No. Why they actually employed him is because of what he did with young players when he was at Tottenham. I think that was the reason. Because Chelsea's average age now is as 25 and a half. Yeah. The average age. Anytime they are fielding players. So I think they brought him to build players, and it's going south. It's not working.
But do you think it's time he needs?
I think he needs more experience, because with this.
No, he has been.
No.
Experience.
Like more experienced players. Because Chelsea's policy now. Chelsea said they are not going to buy players above 25 anymore.
Oh.
Yes.
But the experienced players you have, like Thiago, is costing you.
No, he's
Sterling.
not.
Sterling is also.
The only problem there is Sterling.
Sterling is an issue. Most times is your fire.
He slows down attack. God, that guy slows down. See, I'd rather start with a winger. No. I'd rather start an attack with Madueke and Modric than start with Sterling. Sterling holds back. every attempt, he doesn't look to lay up for the striker. He looks to dribble and shoot.
Yes.
And which, if you watch Middlesbrough game, you see the way the defenders were on him. They always know that he's going to run and try to cut back.
Yes.
No, that was the instruction from Pep right from time now, and he has done that for how long? For 4 seasons.
And once you are not changing your game, you are still stuck.
Yeah, you're becoming predictable.
So he's very predictable.
And
now.
Speaking of predictability, bring it back to Arsenal for a minute. If you observe right now, everybody knows that Arsenal's wing play was A+ last season.
Yeah.
And this season, everybody's making sure you're double timing. They're coming,
especially Saka.
On Martinez, Saka, and I think. But then Arsenal.
Saka's own is too obvious.
It's too obvious.
That Liverpool's game, you know how many balls he gave away. It was so tiring. Even me as a rival fan, as I was watching, I imagine how Arsenal fans were feeling that day. All those his balls. Even there was the one he wanted to volley that he used his knee.
At this point, it seems like Saka is tired.
First of all, he has lost form.
And Arteta didn't change him.
He
doesn't want to change him.
I'm surprised.
No. See, sorry, let's leave. We want to talk about transfers. Let's leave this,
1 second. Arteta
guys.
is just biased when it comes to Saka, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
Because there was a day Saka was injured, clearly. Arteta played Saka because Southgate came to watch. That one I'll say it because I saw it.
It cannot be so, but okay.
I'll say it because I saw it.
Is he going to be advertising Saka to Southgate? Like, what does he gain from that?
No, Southgate was in the stand. Saka was injured.
Anyway, so moving on to the transfers. Spurs have gotten Rado Drugs. What's that his name? They brought another player that we can't pronounce his name, but he's a very good defender. I watch his clips.
Okay.
And he's a very good defender.
Yeah.
And you know they need that support at the back. Right now, Premier League, a lot of Premier League clubs have a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
Then
and
Dyer
has left.
Afcon.
And Dyer has left.
No, but he wasn't playing Dyer in the first place.
Oh yeah,
he wasn't playing Dyer. That's why Dyer left. Dyer loves Tottenham.
Yeah.
He's one of those players. Dyer has been in Tottenham for 9.5 years.
Wow.
If he got to the end of this season, he would have been in Tottenham for 10 years. So now they got they got Rado and they've gotten Timo Werner on loan. Mind you, Son is going for the Asian Cup.
He has gone.
Yes.
They started the Asian Cup yesterday.
Okay. So definitely they need Timo Werner, and Timo Werner is coming in red hot. This is not Timo of Chelsea, by the way.
Please,
this is not Timo of Chelsea.
Viewers, please, anytime you play Tottenham now, play offside over 4.5. Him and Richarlison, offside go to choke. Don't worry.
Talking of Richarlison, I've never respected that guy as a player. Sorry to say, I've never respected that guy as a player. I don't even know why Tottenham went for him. I don't know, because they're not going to gain anything from him.
But he did great at Watford and Everton.
That's where he belongs. That's his level. Do you understand? Some people need to stay on a certain level. That's where they belong. If you're average, you're average.
True.
Sorry to say.
There are some players that can't just play in the big games. Man.
True.
And also,
meanwhile, Chelsea, you guys brought in Fofana back from loan. And you have sent him on loan again. Immediately he's coming back. He was at Burnley bench yesterday at the game.
Yes, then they officially unveiled him today.
Okay, so I don't know what you guys' plan is. I know you guys want players, but at the same time, you need to sell some players also.
Do you know the model of these guys? They are buying to sell in the future. Most of these guys are not going to be here for the long run. So most of these Brazilian wonder kid under 21s that you see, most of the 1 billion they've spent, that is where the money went into. Under 19 players, under 18 players, under 16 players.
But what's with overpricing these players? I know your owner
is the trend. It's a trending thing.
It's a general thing.
And also, speaking of this under 20s, there's one of the rumor mill. One has it that there's a Brazilian wonder kid coming to Chelsea.
Yes,
and they are going to spend
Messinho. 60 million.
An upward of 60 million, 65.
60 million.
It's not just a lot of people are going for him, but it's mainly Chelsea. They are up there right now.
And now it's Chelsea, and it was Chelsea and Barca, but
Barca needs to. Barca have a lot of issues.
They need to clean up shop.
Barca are broke.
They need to clean up shop. And I heard in the rumor mill as well that any Barcelona player that they get requests for now will just go.
Wow. They need the money.
All the players in the first 11 are up for sale, according to the rumor mill.
FC Sapalona for a reason. Don't worry.
Meanwhile, let's talk about Manchester. Manchester is selling 25% of the club to Ineos, and they want to move the management, the operation to so the whole operation will be Ineos will handle the whole operation right now. You know that other clubs like Arsenal, Man City, they have football directors that handle transfer. It's not just left on the manager. But what Man U has been suffering is that it has been left on the manager. The manager handles everything. So that's why at the end of the day we can complain that
old school administration.
Yeah, Ten Hag is based on the people he has brought. He has to take the full blame for what's happening.
Yeah,
the bias is clear.
So
now.
do you guys think that this new arrangement will help them?
Well, with the new arrangement coming on, I'm hearing that Potter is going to take over. He's likely to take over.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
So many red flags are raised for Ten Hag. They are saying he's literally has to give up. If he doesn't perform well, he's going out the door at the end of the season. So for now, his job is safe. But they say they are going to review his position at the end of the season.
But Khalifa, where do you think they can end that will keep his job safe? Like, do you think if they finish top 4, his job will be safe?
No.
What do you think he needs to do? Like, what's the least he needs to do to save his job?
The least he needs to do to save his job will be to redeem his image with the players. Okay. Because he's just one man, and you have a 23-man squad.
Or even more safe.
And mind you, Sancho is back at Dortmund.
And
he was looking happy. I saw a video. That boy needed this.
And then there was that thing I told you of where they said he will outlive Ten Hag and Man United.
Yeah.
So that was still in the rumor mill. Me, I just see these things and I just pass because there's no need to dwell on it. But I feel for right now he needs to redeem his image with these players. By the time a top management team comes in and they reevaluate the whole thing, they might actually consider him redundant.
But if you see the comments from fellow teammates, ex-teammates, and his friends on Sancho's post,
I saw.
You know that there's something really going on at United, which we the outsider don't know. Imagine Elanga at Nottingham Forest reposting. Haaland even had to repost.
Yes.
So there's something going on, or there's something the players are saying to themselves. That is obvious.
Because if you there was this podcast where the guy said I don't know what we call names. He said that the players have a huge impact on if a manager stays or goes, and I don't think these players are actually happy with this Ten Hag guy.
No, they are not now. It has always been, I think, from Mourinho's era at Chelsea, I think that's what gave players the upper hand to decide. Because I think it was from that era, that Abramovich era, once the players are not happy, sacks the manager.
But that was Abramovich.
That is what I'm saying. Like, I think that is where the mentality started from.
When the chopper lands in the training ground.
And players started seeing that they literally have more powers than before that era. Players were just anyhow it is, unless the board comes together after a run of bad games.
It's safe to say players grew wings.
Yes,
because they didn't have this kind of power before,
and they started earning more.
They started earning more.
Imagine saying get money pass your money.
Actually, we have more players that are superstars more than before. Before we had like few superstars, but now a bunch of players are superstars. We have superstars
now
everywhere.
It's the media. It's the age of social media that propelled them out. Because formerly all these smaller teams, you hardly knew players from there now. But now somebody can be playing in Division 2 and he's up and doing on Instagram and he's way popular.
Like look at Joe Bellingham.
Yes.
Joe Bellingham is almost as famous as his brother.
Yeah.
So and also speaking of the Chelsea transfer saga, what's with Osimhen and Kvaratskhelia manager? Did you see that?
Yo, I saw that on Twitter. I saw Osimhen was answering him too.
Yes. I feel Osimhen is on his right to talk to the agent like that. It's none of your business. I'm not your player. You're not managing me. We don't have a management deal.
Even though it was a disrespectful statement.
It's very, very disrespectful.
I'm not going to say exactly what he said, but what he said was that Osimhen, he said his player can stay there for a while and highest he can go to another maybe Barcelona, Madrid, like clubs in Europe,
or come to England.
But Osimhen
is after money.
Can go to Saudi and make money. So basically, he's trying to just say Osimhen is after money. Like, but that's not in in your place to say.
It's really, really disrespectful.
It's disrespectful.
And I heard Henderson wants out.
Henderson wants out.
And the
I'm
Saudi
sure
league.
he's homesick also.
He's homesick, and I think there was a time they booed him at his every touch.
Yes, it was all these LGBTQ people.
And now the Saudi league are saying they're not going to let him go for anything below what they want.
Yes.
So I think we have another Oscar-esque situation going on.
But he's under contract now, so he has to wait. But I heard he offered himself to clubs in Germany. I was seeing rumors that he offered himself.
Those clubs have the money. That's just it.
He just wants to be back in Europe, I think.
If they have the money, then it's good.
There are a lot of transfer sagas. Matic to left Rennes. He packed up his things and said he was leaving, and they rejected 2 offers.
And it's just summer he got there now.
So I'm thinking there's something, but there was a rumor saying that if Rennes do not accept any offers, that Matic is going to voluntarily retire. Yes.
I imagine.
So imagine.
Just wants to terminate the contract.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's fed up with the city.
That should cost him now. In the contract, it should cost him money or something.
I don't think it will
Except
cost him that much because of the age limit there. He can decide he wants to retire now. You want to go and question his health.
Talking about the sagas that are going on, let's talk about Arsenal. Like everybody has been saying, we need this, we need that, because first of all, where we are now and the drop we got into from December, clearly we need a striker. Ivan Toney is back, but at the same time, it doesn't seem like we can get Ivan Toney because of the money. It's too pricey.
FFP right now is not going to allow us.
It's too pricey.
We will need to sell like 2 players to get him.
I would advise us now.
120, I heard.
But I've gone for somebody, by the way.
Well, I would advise us now go for somebody cheaper. Then if you really need it, Tony, you go for him in the summer.
Yes.
I think summer the price will be.
For the longest time, this Bournemouth striker Solanke.
Yes.
Bournemouth.
That was the rumor mill. But I heard we also went back for this Juventus striker as well.
Vlahovic. So all those Vlahovic and what's his name and Solanke, they are linking us with them. But so far we have made a bid for Broha Mayoral. Yes, he's in Getafe.
Yeah, Getafe.
So I watched all these guys. I decided to watch some of his clips. I saw that the guy, he's very good on the ball. He can give assists. He doesn't need to sit in. He's somewhat like Gabriel Jesus, but he's a better finisher. Yeah. Like he's an amazing finisher. Once he's in the box, just put the ball in the box. I
heard that offer was rejected.
It hasn't been rejected. It's 22 million.
But whatever happened to you people's links with this midfielder? Zubimendi.
I don't know.
But that is still there. They are just stalling us.
Because now, because Partey is not too active,
we need someone.
They need to pay that guy with Rice. That guy
Rice is easy. Because I feel that would be a better use of space than playing Havertz. I'm sorry.
You don't need to say sorry.
Because now what we've done is normally Arsenal usually plays with 2 midfielders at the base, but now you have Rice and you feel Rice is an auxiliary midfielder, so he can just run across the back 4, and then you now sacrifice that slot to an attacker.
Yes.
And remember last season, Xhaka was not so forward. Xhaka was more he did pop up, scored a few goals, like a traditional central midfielder would do. Yeah. But his defensive duties were clearly outlined. Now this season we're not having that much. We feel Rice, yes, awesome, amazing guy, but I don't think we should depart so much from what we did last season, because now it's like we've gained confidence to want to attack more, and then this guy in that attacking channel down the left attacking channel through midfield, Kai Havertz. If you look at it,
Kai Havertz is not just our only problem this season.
Well, to me, I would blame it on the coach.
Of course.
After the performance you had last season, you needed to up your game. Like, you really needed to up your game with signings and the profile of players you were buying.
Backups.
Yes.
He felt he was upping his game.
See, last season, there was a point Saka had burn out. Like, clearly.
He was so burned out.
So, this season,
even this season when he was having
knee
issues, he was
someone to replace Saka with. He is still playing Saka every minute. And Saka has been down since he did this is Rashford hairstyle. I don't know why.
But why do we tie down bad performances to hairdos?
Oh, more that
Because
guy leaving
we can
hairstyle.
see he just did the hairstyle and he has been playing shit. Mind
But
you,
actually, he not even look good on him. You black, you do
You
blonde
tint-
hairstyle.
you
You can't
tint
look
your
like
hair.
stout where they inside glass cup.
when black man get
Yeah,
money,
yes,
of course,
nah, he
sometimes
just
things
did.
go
No,
their way.
no, he just signed new contract. You expect
So
say
you are using hair dye to explore.
Mind you, Saka is child of God. You people should leave Saka.
But
do you know what I
we've
think?
called Marquinhos back. I think
Marquinhos is not the
Marquinhos is
answer.
coming back. I don't know
Marquinhos
why.
is not the
I don't
answer.
even know why. That
See what
is.
we should do.
But I think he'll be loaned out again.
Yes, see what we should do.
And looking at the bench, there's no Saka.
See what we should do. We should keep Gabriel Jesus to replace Saka. Like Gabriel Jesus and Saka, they should be alternating them
On the wing.
on that wing. Why is it that every transfer season we must hear this statement? A player must come and say, as a kid, I always wanted to play for this club. It's just beginning of transfer and someone has already given us Eric Dyer. How will Eric Dyer tell us that he always wanted to play for Bayern Munich?
Well, I think
As a
he's always a PR move from the club's media team. Because definitely most of your interviews and opening speeches, they are written for you. So it's definitely
And then
much.
there's Victor
It's-
Boniface saying he likes another club as well. There was Modric last season. Basically, we know these boys want to move around.
Yes.
So that's just it.
Anyway, concerning Manchester United again, Anthony Martial. Anthony Martial has gotten three offers, and this guy doesn't want to go anywhere. He has turned down Fenerbahce, Marseille, and a Saudi pro team.
Isn't he interested in playing Euros 2024?
He just wants to chill. Ice cold. That's why he's always wearing gloves.
No. It's wrong for him, Sha.
Looking at the body language of those guys at Man U, at this point, I don't even know. Is it for the passion or for the money?
Well, the way it is now, with Man United, I feel most of those boys, they are playing for the money now, and I think that the coach, I'm not sure he knows how to coordinate his players because they are everywhere. The misbehavior.
There was a day I saw a Man United player. I don't want to mention names. He was chewing gum and rubbing sunscreen to come and play football. That's the day I knew that a lot of
That's
things.
take care of his
The
skin.
body language of these boys says a lot. Now you're getting the opportunity to go and play football elsewhere, and you don't want to take it. It says a lot.
In his defense, he has been this season. They've played him more than
Ever.
they've played him in other seasons. But then again, he has been a little bit fitter than he has been before. So let's move on from Manchester United. Newcastle, the FFP rule is really hitting people.
Strangling.
So
strangling them.
they wanted to go for Solanke, but we had the manager come in and say he cannot, like they can't spend any money right now, and they cannot go for loans because according to him, they don't have friends in the Premier League to go for loans. That's what he said.
And the squad is very
That's what he said.
squad is
And the
very
way the
thin.
FFP is looking, I'm thinking Lewis Hall, they might not buy him at the end of the day. They might return him because they're having FFP issues.
Except they sell someone. Except they sell some players.
Well,
can't get-
if they can sell their Bruno will fetch them a lot of
but they don't want to
money.
sell Bruno. People are coming for Bruno Gomes and they do not want to sell him.
Is okay.
Selling Almiron will be a no-brainer as well.
Yeah,
Almiron.
those are one of their best players.
But Almiron will not sell as high as Bruno.
Bruno is.
No, Bruno will go for a lot of money.
You know, they
Bruno is
wanted
close to
Bruno
100.
Bruno will definitely be up to 100 right now.
It's close to 100. He's the closest person to 100 in that
Yes.
place.
If you sell
Even
Trippier,
though he's not
Trippier
close to
will
100.
give you at least another.
Trippier is
in
old.
his 30s,
That's
but
where
he
the
will
problem
still-
is.
If you sell him to Saudi or China,
40. Trippier
we
can
sell
give you 40.
Trippier
40.
to Saudi or China. That's like
Yes.
50 quid.
That's good
so-
money. That's good money.
And every other club too, they are making moves. Like we said earlier, Fofana has been unveiled at Burnley. Well, I think Tottenham is interested in one Wolves player, João Gomez.
Okay.
Yes, and it's reported that it will take a lot of money for them to pay for his services.
English transfers are generally very expensive between English clubs.
It's not just English clubs now. The whole football scene has changed.
There's a lot of oil money.
Well,
Custom money moving around anyways.
Manchester United too is interested in Antwerp player. Yeah, for 25 million. He's a Belgian midfielder, 18 years old, Otto Vermeeren.
At the same time, we just have to say, like, it's not about, because you hear a lot of links, but it's not all that.
That is why it's transfer rumors. So we are just call it, but the more visible ones are to be the bigger clubs. All these smaller clubs, if you just hear rumor, next thing we are seeing transfer news.
Before we forget, we need to dive into a big conversation.
Yes.
Kylian Mbappe.
Thank you very much.
Kylian Mbappe and Real Madrid. It is clear at this point, Real Madrid have made it clear they want Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe is not making any decisions.
But I feel it has become a norm. Every transfer we know for the past 2 seasons to talk of Mbappe and Madrid. I really don't know what's going on. Okay, that is how we're sure last season window that he was going to Madrid, and next thing he signed a new deal.
No, he didn't, because his contract is finishing.
When he signed the deal,
he signed a new deal for 2 years.
With that sign-on fee that can sign, let me not call it a player, but you can sign an elite striker for the sign-on fee. And if you look at that deal closely, when I did watch what I used to watch,
and he still got loyalty bonus.
Yeah,
from PSG.
When I did watch that podcast, the show, the FC show I watched, they talked about the big wigs having to step in, like it was a political issue in France.
Yeah,
the Mbappe deal.
Yeah. That's I was hearing one time that the president even got involved.
The president got involved. The president said he shouldn't leave.
Yeah.
Wow. The president said he shouldn't leave. It's a big deal.
It was a big deal at the time. I think it was more to do with the whole having the France team, national team, looking at the big picture of the France national team at the time.
But I just feel they love the president is someone that imposes himself on different topics. So he shouldn't have been involved in this, but he's that kind of person. He goes to watch their matches.
But at the end of the day, no matter what they try to do, Madrid and Barcelona are the pinnacle of football.
There will always be appealing.
So I think most players, once you want to say you've reached the pinnacle of your career, Madrid and Barcelona are up there. So them saying he should stay back. Yes, I know it will just last for a while, but they really have to let him go.
Meanwhile, at the same time, there's rumor of them leaving the whole Mbappe conversation and facing someone else. So the rumor right now is them going for Osimhen.
Yeah, Osimhen,
and it makes more sense.
Line. Yes, it makes more sense for them, because if Mbappe primarily goes to Madrid, he's not going to play as a center forward.
Thank you.
Yes.
Meanwhile, that means you are putting Vini out of play, Rodrigo out of play. So
it won't work.
So where would that come in?
And they need someone up front.
Yeah.
That's the role that is open for the taking. And the player right now that will kill that role is Osimhen.
Osimhen will really go for it.
And Liverpool, Mbappe to Liverpool. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's another big rumor. Right now, it seems like Liverpool can
they
stand
afford
a better
it?
chance.
Can they afford it?
Liverpool stand a better chance of getting
true. Because they've not done so many high-profile transfers.
Yes, they didn't do any high-profile transfer in summer.
All right.
They are good at conserving cash. I think their business model should actually be studied.
Yeah.
All these teams shouting FFP, and now with the sanctions on Everton, everybody's actually taking this thing a whole lot more serious. And their approach to financial fair play is more. It should be applauded.
Yeah.
As of right now.
And there's another rumor again that Chelsea wants to go for Ferguson of Brighton.